Today I'm going to be producing a beat using ChatGPT to help me. So I've been producing music for about 8, 9 years now. So I know how to produce music, but I just want to see what kind of difference it's going to make to my workflow if I actually just use AI to bounce off some ideas. So let's get straight into it. Cool. So first things first, I want to get a melody going. I'm going to use this VST I quite like called Classic Guitar Lite. Sweet. I think that was pretty fresh. Gonna quantize this, randomize velocities, just make it sound a bit more natural. Yeah, that's cool. Sweet. And then the second time can be something like. Yeah, that's cool. I think what I want to do is I want to join up this region, make it a bit longer because I want to get an arpeggiator going. Sweet. Make them just a little longer. Perfect. Then let me get this arpeggiator going. Something interesting. That's doing too much. Let's go here. Okay, cool. That's all right. But I kind of want the attack to be a bit less fast. You know what I mean? That's all right. I want somewhere in the middle of that though. Those two. I actually want this intro to be twice as long. Let's get rid of that marker because the first time I want it to be, the first time I want it to just be the melody without the arpeggiator. So this would be with arpeggiator. This one will be melody without arpeggiator. Then move this one to the top. Get rid of the arpeggiator for this one. So it sounds like this. Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's a good way to start it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get ChatGPT's opinion of my melody. And how I'm going to do that, I've tried a couple ways to do this. And what I realized is notation is probably the best way. So I'm going to go on to score. I'm literally going to take a screenshot of this, the whole thing, so it knows like the key and the time signature. I'm literally just going to drop that in here. So what do you think of this melody? I'm trying to create a dark and mysterious urban sort of sound. What do you think of this melody? I'm trying to create a dark and mysterious urban sort of sound. Cool. See what it gives me. Melody has potential, but I can provide better feedback if I know more about its context. Based on the visual, it appears to have a stepwise motion and leans on a minor or modal scale. Okay, cool. It's getting a bit technical for those of you who may not know music theory that much, but you don't necessarily need to. Use staccato or slurs or accent to give the melody more character and unpredictability. Okay, cool. I've sort of gone with that because the in fact, what I can do is I will see if I can change the way it's actually being articulated on the VST itself. So let's see if I can. Yeah, I'm gonna make it a bit more staccato by getting rid of the sustain. Staccato just means like punchier. Yeah. actually no, I'm not actually feeling this last note. So I'm gonna say, I'm not really feeling the last note in that melody. Give me some alternatives. Yeah, let's just go with that. Sweet. See how this goes. Last note in the melody plays a crucial role. Very true. Go down to if you're in minor A. Okay, cool. So jump to the sixth. Okay, cool. So it's talking in music theory terms, which I understand, but some people may not understand. So I'm just gonna say, give me the names of the notes that would work as an alternative to the one I currently got. So now I'm just using basic sort of prompt, and I want to keep this as simple as possible because I want this to be valuable to anyone, regardless of like their level of music production. So it's saying I can finish it off with an E. Okay, that's cool. So I can go back to the E. Okay, so that's order F. Okay, cool. Let's see that. Okay, I think that was the first one. Did the first one sound like that? No, the first one was G sharp. Cool. Nice. I think that sounds a lot better. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get that instead on here. Sweet. Nice. Next, I'm going to try to get some drums in here. I'll start the drums from the 5th bar. It's a little hard to follow without the click, but I think I got most of it. Let's go. Okay, cool. That's pretty sweet. Next, of course, randomize velocities. Make it sound these kind of human. I want this to have less of a range. Actually, no, a bit more of a range, and then I could always do some parallel compression on the drums. Okay, cool. Let's go. Okay, sweet. Now let's get some hats in there. Something simple, nothing crazy. Okay, sweet. Randomize velocities for these hats as well. Cool. Nice, sweet. And reduce the velocity of that because, of course, dynamic range is the best way you can show emotion in music and sound. And dynamic range is, of course, just the difference between the quietest and the loudest parts. So just that little hit there on the hat. Something like that. Little hit there as well. Just little ghost notes. And then this can be a bit louder just to accentuate that. And have a double hit here. Just a ghost note on the snare. A bit more subtle. Even subtler than that, I think. Maybe like maybe I'll move this actually to be here, so it's a bit more of a syncopation. Yeah, just like that. That's good. See, before I move on to the 808s, I'm just let me see what ChatGPT thinks of this. Just go to, but this time what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna let it know what hit is what. So here I can see Okay, the C is a kick, the C sharp is a hi-hat, and the D is a snare. So I'm going to give it that information when I paste in just the score, so it knows what hit is when. This is a good way to do it. And I've tried a bunch of ways to get ChatGPT to understand, or any large language model to understand the way I'm actually programming my drums, because of course it can't directly hear it. But yeah, I think this is the best way so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that into here. I'm going to say, tell me what you think of this drum pattern I've just programmed. The C is the kick, the C sharp is the hi-hat, and the D is the snare. Give me a way I can improve this current pattern. And before you give me the output you want to give me, conduct a SWOT analysis on it and then refine it based on your analysis. Do this 10 times and then give me your final output. Remember, I only want your final output, not your findings from your analysis. Cool. So now it's just going to give me now it's just going to improve SWOT, spelled SWOT, that's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Now it's going to give me a much better output because it's going to refine its own output. This is what I like to do. Now I'm not going too deep into my prompting. I usually go way deeper than this, but I want this just to be a quick sort of how-to guide. Final suggestions. Okay, so it's saying syncopation or double hits. Cool. Yeah, I've done a couple of those. Add subtle variation by switching between open and closed hi-hat. That's a good shout. I haven't actually used any closed hi-hats. Let's see what we got here. If I've got any closed ones. That's all right. It's got a bit more of a tail than the other hats. That's all right. Let's see. Maybe some more. That's okay. I can live with that. Maybe if it's really subtle. Ooh, I've got to get the perks in as well. How could I forget those? Ooh, that's got to be a perk. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Maybe get that hit again. Now, I could go much deeper into this, but I just want to go sort of surface level, you know what I mean? I don't want it to be too in depth because I'm just never going to start, you know what I mean? I just get back into the mindset I was in when I was producing a lot more often. All right, cool. Now let's just get some 808s in here. Just get stereo. Get some 808s. Cool. What I do with 808s, just because they can be hard to hear once you pitch them down, is I play them when they're quite high and then I just pitch it down. A good way to start as well is just to start off just getting your melody in there and then maybe tweak it a bit. So I don't necessarily need that note. Don't need that note either. It's pretty much similar really. This next two bars. Maybe like that. And then I'll pitch it down, of course. Yeah, maybe I kind of want to drag it out a bit longer. Just gonna increase the sustain and the decay. Maybe even lower. Yeah, there we go. And once again, see what ChatGPT thinks of this. Boom. Let's get this in here. Sweet, like that. Say, tell me what you think of my 808 pattern. What could I do to make it sound a bit more interesting? Give me some other notes I can add. And yeah, before you give me your output, conduct a SWOT analysis on it and then refine it based on what you find. Do this 10 times before you give me the final output. Remember, I only want the final output. If you can as well, provide me with a notation similar to the image I've just given you as well. let's see if we can do that. I've never actually tried that, but yeah, let's take a look. Okay, vary the placement with some syncopation in alternate measures. All right, cool. Add a double kick. Oh, I've just realized it understood AOA. Let me try that again. Cool. So whenever you get AOA pattern, note pattern, and I'll just get that screenshot again. Cool, so here's your final output after conducting 10 iterations of SWOT analysis on your 808 pattern. Cool, variation in rhythm. Okay, introducing syncopation to break monotony, placing some 808 hits slightly off the beat on the and of the two. Okay, cool, the and of the two. So that would be the third beat on the second bar. Let's see, let me go back to the piano roll. Third beat, so this would be the second bar, third beat. So saying something here. That's a bit too. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. That's too high. Cool. Dynamics and velocities. Okay, sweet. All right, cool. So that was just the intro, and this was never going to be anything like that goes super in depth. I just wanted to show you guys a few little tricks and tips you can use to actually just get some feedback really quick. Let's say you've sent someone, let's say another producer or a friend, your beat or your instrumental, and you're waiting for some feedback. In the meantime, you can just ask ChatGPT or any other LLM, be like, hey, what do you think of this? Give me some feedback. SWOT analysis, iterate that 10 times. That's one of my favorite ones. I think it makes a lot of sense and it works quite well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Yeah, let me know what you think. If you want more videos like this, I can go a lot more in depth. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching.